Hello friends, welcome to the Archer and Olive channel. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a member of the ambassador team for Archer and Olive this year. You can find me at The Joyful Sojourn on Instagram and YouTube. And today we're playing with all the things because I am setting up a new creative listing notebook. I hope that the ideas talked about today are inspiring to you and give you just another way that you can use your beautiful notebooks. Before we get into this idea of creative listing, which I do need to credit Lael by Mail for this idea. Before we get into that, let's talk about the different supplies we're using. I grabbed my notebook from the Rest and Renew box. Oh my gosh, this thing is so beautiful. This is a reminder to you that when you buy a beautiful notebook because you love it, it means you should probably use it. So don't hoard your notebooks, use them, and let's get to playing. So again, look how gorgeous this peacock color. This is unique and exclusive to the Rest and Renew box, which I believe is still available. Then I have a bunch of items from the summer 2025 seasonal subscription box. I've got some washi, stickers, pens, stamps, and my essential tools, baby wipes, paper towels, and this little memo pad, which we're going to use to create a little bit of an index for our notebook. All right, friends, we are truly starting this from scratch, so hopefully you can join along with me with your notebooks. We are going to set up the name page or the title page first. I often find that when I do this first, it kind of breaks the seal and makes me feel more comfortable writing in the rest of the notebook. So I'm using the brand new Alpha stamps from the summer 2025 seasonal subscription box. Say that 10 times. And these Alpha stamps include that long acrylic block with the grid so that you can actually put down multiple letters at once. So both of these items, the acrylic block and the stamps, are in that summer box. It's one of my favorites. I've really been enjoying mixing different mediums, so this front cover page is going to be nice and complex. We're starting with the Alpha stamps for my name, but I'm going to use these Halloween 2024 Alpha stickers from Archer and Olive to spell out list, and we'll also use them for 2025 down at the bottom. I am thinking that this listing notebook is going to be from May to December 2025, and some lists might repeat in other notebooks later. It's just meant to capture moments in time, and I'm having it last through the end of the year. And don't worry, we will get to the creative listing part. This is just the setup. I'll explain it in just a minute. I wanted to create a pocket with that super awkward second page after the title page. To do that, you're just going to cut it at the height that you want, trim it up to the top, and then glue it down. Glue all the way around it, leaving that top section open. And now you've got a nice little pocket for your index, or what I'm going to call my listex. I'm using a memo pad because I like these papers. They're the perfect size to fit inside the pocket. And I don't know, I thought I was clever instead of an index, making a listex. So this is going to be where I'm writing down all of the different lists included in the notebook. And I've got multiple memo pads, and so I can add more as my list gets longer and longer. We're going to finish things up by doing a little bit of decor. I used the Duographs from the summer 2025 sub box, and then I grabbed stamps from the Beekeeper collection, which came out a little while ago. They match so well with the summer box. So if you are a Beekeeper fan, then you will love the summer 2025 box. The stickers were from the summer 2025 box, and I just love the way the stickers coordinate with the Duographs, and then those coordinate with the Beekeeper stamps from the previous collection. Here, I'm just adding a little bit of whimsy with a trail line from the bee, and it's adorable. Okay, let's actually talk about creative listing now. I heard about this concept from Lael over at Lael by Mail, and this idea is to journal or to capture moments in short form. So instead of long paragraphs and long sentences, you're doing it in list format, and it allows you to focus more on the decorative and capturing the moments without actually doing a ton of writing. And in this season of my life, I prefer this because I love doing things creatively, and my hand cramps up if I write too much. These lists can be anything you want them to be. They can be about you or your family, things you like, things you don't like. They could be time specific, like things that happened during the month, things that you did well this year, your favorite Christmas movies, what you're currently doing, eating, listening, watching. The possibilities are really endless. And I will say, I did type up my creative listing ideas, and there is a printable over on the blog where you can download the creative listing ideas so that you can get your creative listing notebook started. I'm excited about this notebook because I know it's going to span from May to December. And so I'm going to have the first several lists be just about me, where I've lived, maybe what I'm good at, things I don't like. And then in the center of the book, I'll just do a bunch of random lists, maybe things that are happening in the news, shows I'm watching, etc. And then since I know it'll run through December, I'm going to have lists at the end about things I did well this year, things I'd like to forget about this year, things I'm hopeful for next year. And then I'll have in one place just a book of lists that I had fun creating along the journey. Now, because I've only lived in 3 places, I'm doing a little bit more writing here, but your lists can be literally 2 words if you wanted them to be. I'm planning to do a lot more creative listing on my social media channels, so make sure you're following me at The Joyful Sojourn to see how brief I can be with my writing. The next list that I've made in this notebook is actually things that I like about myself, and some of them are a little silly, but it's a fun list to make. Here I'm just finishing up filling in some white space with the decorative stickers from the summer 2025 box, and I am loving this, friends. All right, friends, we have created my first creative lists notebook, and make sure you check out the blog because I did finish decorating this front page. It is so pretty. You can see pictures over on the blog. I've got my Listex, or my index, where I can catalog all of the lists that are in this notebook, of course, starting off with where I've lived. I hope that this idea has inspired you to use a notebook that you've been hoarding and to just start creating lists. Just start writing things down. If you don't know where to start, check out the blog again for that printable, because I did type up these things. And of course, definitely check out Lael by Mail, who does more listing, and hang out with me over on Instagram and YouTube at The Joyful Sojourn so that we can creatively list together. If you haven't subscribed to the Archer and Olive channel, please do so, and make sure you leave a comment. If you have any list ideas or if you already have a list notebook, let us know, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!